In my world, you gotta get dirty. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting dirty.
Say, what is your name, boy?
Django.
How'd you like the bounty hunting business?
Kill white folks and they pay you for it. It's not the light. I like the way you die, boy.
Gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
I need 100 black coffins for 100 bad men, 100 black grapes so I can...
Something up with these two. They here for that girl.
We gonna have us a Candyland tartan feathering in this house.
Monsieur Candy, whenever you're ready.
I need 100 black coffins, black coffins, black coffins, black coffins. Oh Lord, I need 100 black coffins, black coffins.
There is no one that appreciates showmanship more than Monsieur Calvin J. Candy.
Look at me.
Bullseye.
Django.
Django, have you always been alone? Django, have you never loved again? Love will live on, life must go on, for you cannot spend your life regretting.
Shalom, and welcome to another installment of Elders of GMS. Excuse me. We have a special guest here, Elder Rakar. Elder Gabar is down in D.C. at this present time, and we have the researcher today will be, and you can get a shot at it, brother. Researcher is Elder Ariam Lab. All right. Today's topic is entitled Analyzing Django Unchained. Now, everybody in the camp up here in New York, I'm pretty sure saw the movie. I saw the movie. I'm pretty sure most of the brothers out there in GMS, the different states, saw the movie. If you didn't see the movie, you should go out there and definitely see the movie. You know, to rouse your spirit up, man. And basically, it'll show you that in a time of judgment there could be no mercy, man. You know. Now there was when the movie came out, there was a big controversy with this movie. Now Spike Lee had came out and gave his opinion on the movie. He said he didn't like the fact that this guy Tarantino, which he's supposed to be a Jake anyway, I believe he's Sicilian. So if he's a Sicilian, that means he's most likely a Negro any damn way. I mean, he's a great director, great movie maker. He loves to use in his movie the word nigger. So there was a big controversy about him using the word nigger so much. But wait a minute, that movie was about slavery. They use that word every 2 seconds. They use that word every the Uncle Tom Stevie, he used the word because the house nigger called the field niggas every other word. You know? And them Edomites back there, what do you think they called Jake? They called Jake the N-word. So you can't say, well, they shouldn't have used the N-word so much. They was during the time of slavery, man. Now, when Spike Lee said he wasn't with that flick because basically he was saying you made a spaghetti western style movie, which Tarantino said that. He said that I made that in the style of a spaghetti western. Even the song, Django, the theme song, I thought that was a song from back in the 60s. That was somebody wrote that song and sung that song, if I'm not mistaken. And it had that spaghetti western feel. You know, even the credits they had in that spaghetti western, red bold letters. It was in that spaghetti western spirit. And like I said, Tarantino said he made it in the spirit of a spaghetti western. But there was a lot of comic relief in that movie, which basically was a semi comedy. All right. Now Spike Lee pretty much said that, look, if I made a movie about the Holocaust and made it like that and put a lot of comic relief in that, man, they'll damn near want to hang me, which is true. So he does his opinion. I honor his opinion because they playing with Jake, man. But at the same time, they showed you that when Jake get that spirit in him, man, he gonna tear shit up. And that's just a little sampling of what's gonna really happen in the near future. Now, in the end of the movie, and we're gonna be talking about scenes in the movie. We're gonna be going through scriptures and so forth to back up what we say. Even at the end of the movie, this guy, this dude, what's his name? Django, which was Jamie Foxx. This dude didn't have mercy on no damn body, man. You know, they showed Jake in the movie when they were in hardcore slavery. They showed that how they were getting whipped, how the women were getting whipped. You know, how they were speaking down to Jake. And they had a scene where you had two Jake fighting. You had one slave master and the other slave master had their black slave fighting one another. And basically it looked like the UFC because that back then that actually used to happen. That's a fighting system called, for lack of a better term, it's called rough and tumble. And that actually happened where you had slave masters had a strong buck slave, and they also showed you that in the movie Mandingo, where they were biting. And those actual fights, when you go back during the time of slavery, you had guys biting other guys' noses off, gouging their eyes out, and the guy that has no nose and no eyes is still fighting. That's right. So those Jakes back then, going back 150 years, 200 years ago, were a different breed than us, man. Yeah, right. Them Jakes back there were like on the level of animals, man. Yeah, yeah. And you had like the scene that they showed them two Jake fighting. That's how they were fighting, but they were fighting even rougher than that. And sometimes the master would give the guy a hammer and say, "Okay, finish the job," and just clock. Now that shows you. But this man don't want to be the devil. Yeah, that's right. He don't want to be the devil, man. And he don't want to pay. See, recently, like last week, we had a couple of different Edomites come up talking about they shouldn't go into slavery, and that was my foreparents. But what they don't understand is, number one, they don't understand the Bible. They don't understand. If they understood the Bible, they would know about reincarnation. If they knew about reincarnation, they would know that they would know that they were back there, that they were their foreparents in the reincarnation. So they don't want to know nothing about reincarnation. They don't want to know nothing about the Bible. They don't even want to believe in the Most High. That was a long time ago. You know what the scripture said? Give me Ecclesiastes in the Bible, the 3rd chapter and the 15th verse.
No, well, the one Edomite woman last Saturday at the camp told us, a little young girl, to want revenge is immature.
Well, I guess I'm going to be an immature bastard. That's what I'm going to be. You're going to see a lot of immature Israelites. Okay, if you want to call it immature, you're going to see a lot of immaturity in the kingdom every day.
This is Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's the past. That means things that have happened in the past, like the movie Django. We're bringing up the things that were illustrated in that movie, how they had so-called black men fighting each other, gouging each other's eyes out, biting each other, right? How the white man was whooping the damn black woman in slavery as well, how he was whooping the black man, how the part when in the movie Django where the guy D'Artagnan, who was a fighter, but he lost his eye and he lost that spirit to fight, he didn't want to fight no more, So what did this guy do? The so-called slave master unleashed the dogs and let the dogs rip the guy to shreds. That really happened. Everything you saw in that movie is reality. It really happened. So now these white people today, 150, 200 years later, 300 years later, they don't want to pay for the crimes they committed in the past. And then the Edomites told us that they shouldn't pay. The Bible, the Most High said, he requireth the past. The things that happened in the past got to be answered for today. Right. Hey, in our case, look, and when you go back to Deuteronomy, excuse me, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the first verse, right? The Most High told us and that happened in the past, though. The Most High said, Israel, keep my laws, you're going to be okay. But then when you go to the 15th verse, the Most High said, if you don't keep my laws, I'm going to mess you up. So we broke the laws of the Most High, but we paying for that today, right? That's why we came into slavery. That's why the white man stole our land, because at that time we were paying for things that we did in our past lives. So the Most High requireth the past with us. We still paying for what we did. That's why we in captivity under this devil right now. So you devils think you ain't going to pay for what you did? You going to pay, man.
I got something real quick.
Brother, yeah.
This is Job chapter 34, verse 33. Should it be according to thy mind, he will recompense it, whether thou refuse or whether thou choose. And not I, therefore speak what thou knowest. So basically, it don't matter if you want to accept it or not. You know, the time is coming that your judgment is coming upon you, whether you accept it or not, whether you believe it or not, or whether you say, okay, well, I don't believe that, or I'm not going to accept that, so I'm not going to receive it. You're going to get it regardless. You know, whether you accept it, whether you choose it, whether you refuse it or not. It doesn't matter. I'll read it again. It says, should it be according to thy mind, he will recompense it, whether thou refuse or whether thou choose.
Oh, God, now can I just break that down for a hot second? Look, man, I'm going back to us. When the white man came to the shores of so-called America, and when he came to the shores of the Caribbean islands,